Today, on this old RV, or is that this old bus? I don't remember. Um, we're gonna turn this switch in the bathroom to a dimmer switch, thanks to Check It Out with Rich. He makes all things easy, even if you've never done it. So this really is that simple. You pull the two wires off of the current switch, you find out which one's hot, and then you find out which one goes to the light. One of these goes to the light, one of these goes to the power, and then you plug the ground into this neutral. This switch is a little bit bigger, so you're going to have to cut it out. Does that make sense? Because what you really want is you want to be able to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night and not blind yourself. So when you turn the switch on at night, you'll have it dimmed down so you'll be able to see. Okay. We're going to adjust this to there. We're going to now see how we're doing. Do it a little at a time. On a side note, two things you need. An 11-in-1, because that gives you the number 2 square drive, and also all the small heads, and the small pair of channel locks, because you can just do so much with them, like debooger a hole. Another suggestion, I might add, would be get yourself a really good voltmeter, because you're going to need it. Just a matter of when, because that's the way it is. So we're going to check to see which one of these wires is 12 volt power and which one is not, because that's what we do. So I'm going to pop off these little gizmos. One of these will have power, one of them will not. Now we're going to stuff this one right up there. We're going to look. Looks like it's that side. All right, let me get up here. DC 14. So this side, you're showing 14, so that would be the hot side. So this one's hot, 12 volt. That one is not. Handy little gadget. You're going to need it. It's just a matter of when, so you might as well just buy it. You're also going to get yourself a decent pair of wire cutters. I kind of like these self wires. They fit your hand nice. The other thing is put your name on them, so when somebody steals them from you, they know who to thank. Or, to be honest with you, sometimes tools make it back to other people's homes, and after a while, you really don't know whose they are. So, with your name, they oftentimes do come back. So, we're going to strip this. This is the hot wire. If you look at this new dimmer switch, right on the back, it kind of tells you. The red goes to 12 volt. It's not rocket science. You take your things, your strippers, you strip them. Stand by. If you do this, get yourself a bunch of Wago connectors. And actually, you probably should subscribe to Check It Out with Rich. I'll put a link on there. What I like about Rich is he tends to put the hot wire with a company logo. I like that. So we're going to do that. The hot wire going right into the company logo. The hot wire, the 12 volt on this is going on the other side. That's what you connect. It's really quite simple. The other one, if you look on the back of this, you got one going to the ground and one going to the light. That would be the white one going to the light. We'll use another Wago connector. I just like to say the word Wago. It's kind of nice, isn't it? The other mistake I think people make is, don't clean up until you're done. The time it takes to bend over and pick up a drop screw, drop nail, the little crud here, you can do it all at the end much quicker. I got one of these small kits. Probably should have gotten a bigger one. So, that's the ground. And the other one is going right next to it. I did have to cut this out with this because it was a little bit bigger. You put it up to it, you draw on it, you cut it out. Be careful not to cut the other wires because I'm sure that's been done. So we're going to tie the ground into this one right here, or right here if you'd like. So we're going to do the Wago 3 connector. Well, failed on that, so we'll do that. Oh. Basically, I found real early, I think, that there's two kinds of RV people. Maybe there's more, but there's two basic. There's people that fix their own stuff. There's people that pay others to fix their stuff. I think one of the things that, I don't know if it surprised me so much, but it was kind of a surprise. These things aren't made that well. They're made super, super light. So because they're super, super light, they kind of have to be They have to be lightweight, and so a lot of stuff is flimsy. The other thing is it's going down the road shaking. So there's always that too.
So what was your purpose?
To fix what is broken.
We're going to go ahead and this one was a 3-way connector. So we found the power. We put the one that says the 12-volt power to the power. The other one, which goes to the ground, to the ground, goes here, and then the other one goes to the light. So we have the light, the power, and the ground. And really, I think that's all there is to it. Let's see if it works. Look at that. Now, in the middle of the night, the cool thing, look at that. Look at the way the camera does with the flicker. Normally you can't see the flicker, but when you have a lens, you can. I also think that it has a certain frequency of flicker that interferes with some people's prefrontal cortex brainwave activities, especially in the thetas. That's why some people are more sensitive to fluorescent lights. Anyway, but that's not important. I'm going to button this back up now. Thank you for joining us. And again, this is, I want to thank Rich from Check It Out with Rich. I'll add a link down here if I can figure it out. This is my first real video of doing stuff. So, welcome. It's kind of more for me than anybody else, because we're going to leave in a week to go on the road full time. We're going to go from here to Elkhart, get a solar system installed, and then commence to goofing off, driving around and looking at stuff. So if you need a dimmer switch in your RV, really quite simple. And there's a few tools, but you really need them anyway. So if you don't have them, click send buy. All right, stuffed everything back. Light switch on, dimmer down, dimmer up. That about wraps up another successful dimmer switch install. There's a couple more out there I'm going to have to do. Dining room and over the chairs. Still trying to figure out a dimmer mechanism, or maybe even change the lights out above the bed. Those are really abusive. I'm guessing that's common practice. So, yeah. Happy October, boys and girls. A quick note. This will always be in the last place you find it, but it doesn't have to be. You can keep looking after you find this when you've been searching around for 15 or 20 minutes because you didn't put it back where it's supposed to be. So instead of having it be the last place that you look, keep looking after you find it so you don't have to say that. Just a little tip.